back up. I had to get back up. Can't take no off. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm litty. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and
on a gorgeous southern afternoon. Afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Atlanta, Georgia, and inside Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Nick Foles, the man that the Jags are hoping can get them over the hump in 2019. Super Bowl MVP a couple of seasons ago. Made 7 starts if you include the playoffs for the Eagles last year, winning 5 of them.
On the ball! On the ball! On the ball!
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now Foles. This is Jeff Swaim, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On 1st and 10 is Conner. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 12. Foles. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 5 catches, 52 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Now they're setting up the wide receiver screen here on the right side. A gain of 32 that time. Well, how about the passing numbers so far on this first drive?
Well, no doubt about it. They're flinging it around pretty successfully. And look at the start. The confidence level that we see in him. Right.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. And he will score. Touchdown Falcons. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
On for the extra point, Giorgio Tavecchio. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Foles. A throw left side complete to his receiver, Westbrook.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
This is Connor running right, and he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on third. Foles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Foles now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The starters defensively now for the Falcons. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
On second down, Connor looking for space. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down. Foles now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Here's Connor. He can't get him down. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they...
And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags, and I believe this is going to be a first down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And they've got another 1st and 10 as the penalty keeps this drive moving. They'll drop the throw. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. Looking to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Solid coverage on the play by Devondre Campbell. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. 2nd and 9 now. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a first down.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Ryan's pass taken in by Ridley. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football. He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio early, and they did it right there. And it doesn't take a degree from MIT to know that, so you had to figure, what's up with the defense? You should know that that's coming right away.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. A.J. Boye up to make the tackle.
And the judge does a nice job there of navigating and picking up some yardage. Remember, no Tevin Coleman in the backfield, so he's moved up in the pecking order, getting a lot of playing time for these Atlanta Falcons.
From just shy of midfield, Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
To throw is Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 27-yard line. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. They go back to the ground now with Smith. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Luke Steicher, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Hard to believe, but the regular season starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. Now a hit, and Foles loses the football. It's out.
They can't stop them. They cannot.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Switch up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Pulled in at the 24. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. A first down carry for Smith. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early? Now a hit and Foles loses the football. It's out. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Now Ito Smith. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So not sure how they feel about that. They had golden field position to start the drive after the fumble recovery, but they went backward and then got free.
Well, let's go from gold to silver, because the silver lining is they got the 3, right? You were talking about the golden field position. They didn't take advantage of it. That has to feel like a letdown.
You always stand ready to pounce. Always. Here's James Conner now as he trots back onto the field. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. He's got it over the middle to Jeff Swain. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll look to throw here.
You ain't going nowhere.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Logan Cook now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll look to set up his blockers. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense, we get a peek at Julio Jones now. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate him.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Ryan. This one caught by Ridley. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Got it.
Play action. It's Ryan. He's got Sanu. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Mohamed Sanu is a guy that is often overlooked because he just quietly goes about his business. But how about last season? Had a career-high 838 yards on 66 catches, and he can also play Wildcat quarterback for you as well.
Let's get off the field,
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Ryan now off the bootleg. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. The Falcons on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now Ryan. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep for the Jags, D.D. Westbrook. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. So we reach halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On the carry, here's Smith. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Smith. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. On the run, it's Smith. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
Ryan's throw caught by Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Smith. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Ryan. Open man, it's Stocker. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 12-yard line. Ryan now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. That time a 9-play drive. And the Falcons score to cap it off. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
From the 25 on second down, Foles. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Foles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And it's taken in at the 9. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. For him, what an accomplishment in this game, surpassing the 2,000-yard mark. And all the time we talk about these guys out wide like him that are so athletic and can do so many things. But take us a little deeper. How has he done it this year?
Well, you helped with this because when we sat down with him before the game and discussed his season, and you said to him, okay, I have a vision that you, similar to a pitcher, change up a lot of things, right? Different arm angles, different slots that a pitcher would do. You do that with your route running and all that. And I loved his response. He said, yeah, I do that. But one of his best friends is a world-ranked tennis player. And he talked about serves and how you change up, take pace off, do different things. And he incorporated that into his route running.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the 2nd down throw on target.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Ryan now to throw on third down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. They'll run with Smith. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18. And he is close to a first down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 18-yard line. They go back to the ground with Smith. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Julio Jones with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And right now, a lot to like on that screen. They've wrapped up the division, now currently sitting in the coveted number 2 spot. Of course, you'd love number 1, but if you can't have one, number 2 is pretty good.
I agree with you totally, and here's the other part, too. The really good teams, the really confident teams, they're not as worried about being number 1. 2 is fine because they feel like they can go on the road and win against number 1 if they absolutely have to.
And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Deion Jones able to record his sack of the season. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Foles. Looking long for Westbrook. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again on offense. We get a peek at Julio Jones now. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 65 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. From the gun, it's Ryan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there. Ball back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Here's Connor again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw here. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Ryan wants to throw it. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Ryan under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the sack pushes them back. And the pressure gets to him again. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Tavecchio puts this one through, and they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th. And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it? It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And got his man complete. 20, 10. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6. No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league. Indeed I did, my good man. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me. Not very nice, is it? No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really Not much reason to use him at this point. Ryan hit, and he lost the football. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the one touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together